arsonist faces a 10-year sentence after setting a church on fire in September.
Comedian Daniel Tosh will perform at CY Stevens in June as part of his June Gloom Tour. We'll have more.
I'll have highlights from this past weekend in sports.
And I'm going to have a look at your weather. We had some warmer temperatures today. Will that continue through the rest of the week? We'll find out coming up. This is Newswatch 18.
This is Newswatch 18. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday, February 5th edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Adam Brower.
And I'm Chandler Nissenson. We turn over now to our meteorologist, Kristy, with your weather headlines for this evening.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've had that warmer temperatures we saw today, a little bit above normal. But looking into tomorrow, we're going to see about the same temperatures, but they aren't quite going to feel the same. Let's take a look at that day planner really quickly. Tomorrow morning, 13 degrees about when class starts. By noon, 29, and by 4 p.m., 35. But again, it's not going to feel quite that warm because of the wind chills. We'll have more in the forecast coming up in a little bit.
The Ames woman who was accused of setting St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church on fire back in September has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. 51-year-old Tina Mayer pled guilty to charges of arson in December. Mayer set the church on fire after they refused to find additional support for her new move-in to a residence. Along with her sentence, Mayer must pay $2,000 in fines for damage. St. Thomas is expected to reopen for worship by Easter Sunday.
The Iowa State Center announced today that comedian Daniel Tosh's June Gloom Tour will hit CY Stevens this June 4th. The comedian most famously pokes fun at internet absurdity on his popular Comedy Central show, Tosh.O. Tickets for Tosh's tour will go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. with a pre-sale starting tomorrow from 10 through Thursday at 7 p.m. Tickets will be purchasable through Ticketmaster.com with prices ranging from $50 to $60 and a limit of 4 tickets per person.
The live at VEISHEA bands were announced on Sunday night for this year's lineup of entertainment. On Friday, the bands will be Easton Corbin, Jana Kramer, Chris Allen and Andrew Allen, Clayton Anderson Band, and A-Ray. Saturday's bands include B.O.B., Group Love, The Cab, Jukebox The Ghost, Saints of Valerie, and Blessed Feathers. Tickets went on sale Monday, with each night sold separately. They're available online only through Midwest Tix. A maximum of 12,000 tickets per night will be sold, so be sure to grab yours soon.
Nearly $1 million was raised at Iowa State's Dance Marathon to benefit the University of Iowa's Children's Hospital Building campaign. The earnings will help support the efforts to build a new 14-story, 195-bed hospital, which will be Iowa's only comprehensive children's hospital and academic medical center. The hospital will serve patients from 99 counties over the past 15 years. ISU Dance Marathon has generated more than $2 million in support for the U of I Children's Hospital. In recognition of the gift, a playroom inside the new U of I Children's Hospital will be named in honor of ISU Dance Marathon.
With the recent shootings across the nation, several college campuses, including Iowa State University, have started researching ways to identify early warning signs in juvenile offenders before patterns of criminal behavior. Matt DeLisi, professor of sociology at ISU, stated by the time a juvenile is arrested or referred to juvenile court, they generally have shown a pattern of antisocial behavior. In some cases, children as young as 5 years old begin developing a pattern of criminal behavior. In addition, researchers hope to better understand family dynamics leading to mental and behavioral issues in children. Research from the University of Pittsburgh and St. Louis University have also contributed to the study.
Factors for the educational gap include access to public schools between students in rich and poor countries. But a new study shows other factors are more significant. The study disputes the economic theory that markets will provide educational opportunities in the absence of public schools. Juan Carlos Cordoba said that if that were true, students would not be limited by family resources. It is not enough to let markets do what they do. The government must be involved in building schools and providing access to education.
Looking to get creative, Iowa State is currently holding a button-making event in honor of Black History Month this week. The buttons are all made with inspirational quotes, designs, and images that have influenced or shaped the past. The event is to remember the importance of African American achievements throughout history. Students are invited to stop in and make their own button or magnet for 50 cents in the workshop at the Memorial Union.
Iowa State and other Iowa universities are working to help the state's research capacity in renewable energy and energy utilization. All benefits contribute to the state's economic development, such as research grants and new technologies. The 5-year, $20 million grant was given by EPSCOR, an experimental program of the National Science Foundation. The grant hopes to build capabilities in biosciences and advanced manufacturing. The project is very complex, but participants have high hopes for what it can accomplish.
Author and environmental affairs expert will have his second lecture at Iowa State's Helen LeBaron Hilton Endowed Chair in Human Sciences. He will discuss how people are making sense of their experiences in climate change and the choices society faces. Wapner is a professor of global environmental politics in the School of International Service at American University. He is a leading researcher in environmental activism and global environmental politics. The lecture will be Tuesday, February 12th in the Memorial Union.
2 ISU Associate Professors of Integrated Studio Arts have won Jurors Award at the 34th Annual Mesa Contemporary Crafts Exhibition. The exhibition is held at the Mesa Arts Center and is one of the most highly selected shows of the American traditional craft forms. Works by Joe Munich and Chris Martin were selected for awards by Jennifer Scalin, who is the Associate Curator of the Museum of Arts and Design in New York City. Munich's sculpture, Red Pillow Block with Bolt, is part of an ongoing series about the idea that the transitory stopped motion and stopped time. Martin's pieces reflect on his experiences of his time in Peace Corps volunteer in West Africa. So, Michael, what's new in Cyclone sports?
Well, Adam, big win for the Cyclone men's basketball team last night. All of that story and more coming up after the break. This is Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Michael Kramer with your Cyclone sports update. The Iowa State men's basketball team sits alone at 3rd place in the Big 12 after a huge win against Oklahoma last night. ISU TV's Cody Peterson has more from Hilton.
Iowa State dominated from the get-go here at Hilton Coliseum Monday night, thrashing the Oklahoma Sooners 83-64. The Cyclones poured in 11 three-pointers and were never seriously threatened by the Sooners.
I think we put everything together tonight, and certainly something we can build off of. I thought we played very well, against Baylor for the most part, with the exception of not shooting the ball well. I thought we did a good job guarding them and slowing down Pierre Jackson, even though we made some terrific plays, and slowing down Isaiah Austin with Will Clyburn at 6'7". But yeah, when you put it all together and you shoot the ball like we did tonight, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
Clyburn led Iowa State with 19 points and 6 rebounds, and Melvin Edgem chipped in with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Percy Gibson and Anthony Booker were strong in the paint, combining for 6 blocks. The Cyclones traveled to Manhattan Saturday for a showdown with the 13th-ranked Kansas State Wildcats.
Today's game against Kansas State will be televised on ESPN2. Tip-off is set for 5 p.m. On Saturday, the 23rd ranked Iowa State women's basketball team defeated the Texas Tech Red Raiders to move to 15-5 on the season. The Lady Clones blasted the Red Raiders 42-23 in the second half and won the game 67-52. ISU TV's Danny Rondeau has a recap from Hilton.
Thanks, Michael. In response to freezing temperatures, the Lady Cyclones turned up the heat this afternoon, beating Texas Tech by a score of 67-52. Anna Prince and Chelsea Poppins were in foul trouble early and sat most of the first 20 minutes. But Nikki Moody came out big in the second half and hit a 3 to turn the game around in Iowa State's favor. The Cyclones had a slow start this afternoon. They were just 2 of 12 from the field, with 2 of their starters riding the bench. But after the break, Iowa State came out of the locker room a newly determined team. To begin the second half, Poppins and Moody took control of the game, combining for 11 points, as the team concentrated on defense, holding the Red Raiders to 29% shooting from the field. Haley Christopherson picked up 15 points, a team-high 10 rebounds, and her 5th double-double of the season. Once returning to the court, Poppins scored 18 points, her 2nd double-digit performance this year, and Prince totaled 12 points and 5 rebounds. The 15th-ranked Cyclones are 15-5 overall and are traveling to Texas this Wednesday for a 7 o'clock game.
Big weekend for the Iowa State wrestling team as the Cyclone men took on Arizona State on Friday and Oklahoma State only 2 days later on Sunday. Friday's matchup against Arizona State saw the Clones and the Sun Devils split the 10 matches 5-5. However, a pin by Ryak Finch at 125 pounds and Michael Marino at 165 pounds propelled the Cyclones to a 23-18 victory, their 5th straight dual win. 9th-ranked Kyvan Gadsden won a major decision over 7th-ranked Jake Meredith at 197 as well. That victory brought Gadsden's record to 14-2 on the year, going 5-2 against ranked opponents. Sunday's matchup against Oklahoma State went a little differently, however, as the Cyclones fell to the second-ranked Cowboys 25-9. Although the score wasn't close, the Clones put up a valiant effort against the second-best team in the country. The 3 wins came from Luke Gettle at 141, 17th-ranked Boaz Beard upset 10th-ranked Chris Chianuma 8-2 at 184, and Kyvan Gadsden recorded another signature victory over number 6th-ranked Blake Rossholt at 197. Not only that, but ISU wrestlers Logan Molina, Michael Marino, Tanner Weatherman, and Matt Gibson all had great matches and all came close to upsetting 4 of OK State's top wrestlers. All 3 of the 4 ranked in the top 3 in the nation. Fans will get their chance to see the future of Cyclones football tomorrow. It's National Signing Day, and Iowa State hopes to bring in one of the most talented classes in program history. The prize commit of this class is graduating Valley High offensive lineman Jake Campos. Campos is ranked as the #1 prospect in the state of Iowa and the 16th best offensive tackle in the country. Joining him on the O-line is 59th-ranked Jacob Homa from Brookfield, Wisconsin. Rivals.com has ISU's recruiting class ranked 56th nationally. Live signing updates will be posted on Cyclones.com. The broadcast is available to Cyclones TV subscribers and on MC22 at 11 a.m. tomorrow. That's all we have for sports. Kristy, what's the weather looking like for the rest of the week?
Well, we got some nice temperatures in store for tomorrow, but maybe that wind could be a factor and some precipitation in the forecast. Don't go away. This is Newswatch 18. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Kristy Carter with your cyclone weather. We saw 40 degrees as the high today. It's a little bit above normal from what we normally see. With a low of 20, but let's take a look at this precipitation here. If it's, there it comes, we are actually above normal. This is something different than we saw in most of 2012. We are about 1/10 above normal, and we have some potential precipitation in the forecast for tomorrow. More on that here in a second. So current temps, we have 32 in Ames, 32 over in Sioux City, a 19 up in Mason City. So a little bit chillier up in northern Iowa. But the wind isn't too bad. This is actually going to calm down as the evening goes on tonight. So we are not really going to have much of a wind chill factor to factor in tonight or even through most of the overnight hours. They will start to pick up as the day goes on tomorrow. So tomorrow we will have to deal with some wind chill factor. So tonight's low, 7 up in Mason City, 11 here in Ames, 15 down in Ottumwa. It's going to be a little chilly, but it's not going to feel nearly as cold as it has some of the last couple days due to that wind chill. So tomorrow high, 35 in Ames, but as I just said, we're going to deal with a bit of a wind chill factor. We're seeing winds about 15 or so miles an hour. That's going to bring wind chill values as low as 5 degrees. So it's going to feel pretty cold out there tomorrow. So you're going to want to definitely have that jacket with you and maybe even that scarf. Around the region, we have 58 over in North Platte in Nebraska. So pretty warm down there. 60 down in Hays, Kansas, and then those 30-degree temperatures in Des Moines. So let's take a look at this clouds and radar across most of the nation. We actually have some pretty quiet weather going on right now in the Midwest. We had some clouds that are slowly moving out of Iowa as the day has gone on today, and that's going to clear out overnight, but we do have some more clouds moving in for tomorrow. There are those clouds moving out one more time. So it's going to be clear overnight, and those increasing clouds will come back through the day tomorrow. So let's take a look at Des Moines right here. We have this FUTURECAST. Here's these clouds coming back in. We actually have some precipitation that's going to start to come in around tomorrow night. That's right now going to come in the form of rain. It's going to be about 32 degrees, but we may see that turn into freezing rain if that temperature drops just below that. So if we continue on here, there's that rain chances, but it's not going to be very long, so it's not going to be too much precipitation out there overnight tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye on that for you with Size Eyes on the Skies. You can check that out. They'll have an update on that forecast for tomorrow. So one more time, tonight, partly cloudy, 11 degrees, calming winds, and then into tomorrow, similar to today in terms of the temperatures, but it's going to feel much colder with these winds up at around 15 miles an hour. Let's take a look at that long ranger for the rest of the week. So we have that slight chance of rain/freezing rain overnight tomorrow, and into the rest of the week, things are going to look pretty quiet as of right now. So pretty nice forecast for the rest of the week.
Today marks one of the 2 dress rehearsals of the 82nd Annual Variety Battles of the Ballads. This is
And it's for bragging rights. It's really popular among the Greek community to go out and try to win this title for bragging rights for the year.
This weekend, students will compete in the semifinals to fight for the title. Battle of the Ballads is open to all students to go to their website to find out the latest information. That's all we have for tonight's edition of Newswatch 18.
Be sure to tune in Thursday night at 8 for more Cyclone news, weather, and sports.
Have a great week, Ames.